It's about 5:45 in the morning, Sunday morning, and I'm out on the field with Louis for his mad run. Almost awake. Louis thought it'd be funny this morning to wake me up by licking my feet at about 4:30 in the morning. A bit of a rude awakening. My plan today is take Louis for his mad run. Come on then. Chase his ball. Go on then. And then I'm going to head up to the market town of Driffield. And at Driffield there's a canal there. And I was going to take the canoe, but it's a bit windy today, so I'm going to take the sit on top kayak and go and have a paddle down there. It's a regular paddle for me. Go there quite often. Here we are at Driffield Canal, Driffield Canal Head, and I don't know if you can see out there, but it's chucking it down with rain. Good weather for ducks, but I've got a dry suit, got some waterproofs for me. What's the worst that can happen? It's still raining. I've come a couple of miles down Driffield Canal. I'm just hiding underneath a tree, some bushes. Although it's a bit windy and wet, it's still a nice day out. I'm enjoying myself. I did bring some gear to cook today, but I think it's unlikely that'll be happening in this weather. But it's a lovely area, it really is nice. It's not used for boats, this section of the canal, so there's not much traffic and the water is extremely clean. You'll see some of the clips of my videos that I put a GoPro underwater and you can see how clean the water is. I've seen a number of fish, I've seen some trout, there's a number of trout farms near here, and I've also seen some pike, but I haven't managed to get on any footage of those underwater.
This floating jetty is just across the road from a pub, Trout Inn, so you can literally paddle up from Driffield Head, park your boat up, walk across to the pub, go in there, have a couple of pints, and of course I tested it out for you just to make sure everything was okay.
That was a good paddle, and although the wind's still building, it's almost stopped raining, just drizzling now. But what a lovely day. It's nice to be out. Didn't see anybody else out there at all. Obviously everybody's put off with the weather. But while I'm out here, a few people have given me a shout out for my channel, so I'd like to repair the favour. First one is Dan's Haunted Cottage. Dan, great guy, lovely family guy, you see him and his family. He also does paranormal investigations, and he does a vlog nearly every day, usually in his car going somewhere or at the end of a day. He's got a vast knowledge of animals as well. He used to look after wolves. Really nice guy, love watching that. And the other one is Campervan Tales. They do lots of videoing, they travel around. Two really nice guys, very energetic, like to get out, don't say a great deal, but for some reason they take two old guys around with them in a converted ambulance. Only joking, guys. What I'm on about is they've got two beautiful border collies, but definitely well worth a watch. The other one is Stefan Abratat. I hope I've got his name right. I've just read his book actually. He does a vlog every couple of weeks. He lives up at Scarborough. His book is very good. I'll see if I can put a link on below. His book was about his cycling from Scarborough up to Scotland and all his adventures. It is sort of 18 plus just due to some of his language, but he has such a great outlook on life, and he comes up with some fantastic comments in his vlogs. Definitely worth a watch. I'm hopefully going kayaking with him if the weather's good, out in the North Sea, and doing an overnight camp. Of course, Brett and Urban Stealth Campervan Man. I look forward to seeing his vlog every night, no matter what it's about. There must be another 10, 15, maybe 20 YouTube channels I watch, and as I go about my various vlogs and videos that I make out and about, I'll see if I can recall them all and give them a shout out. The other one I like to see quite often, and they are experts at this, is the Indie Project, Theo and B. Excellent channel, learnt a lot from them. Hoping to meet them soon. They might actually be coming sailing with us, so that'll be a great video. Got my sit on top kayak, so I thought I'd just do a quick rundown. It's a Tetris 10 sit on kayak. I think it's 10 foot long, that's where the Tetris 10 element comes from. It's made by Ocean Kayaks. It's very good. It's not the cheapest one you can buy. I think these retail for about £800, something like that. But it's a really comfortable, robust kayak. It's short enough to fit on the camper van. It's not over heavy. It's got a waterproof locker in the front. This just unclips and this rubber cover comes off. It gives you full access into inside. So it's great for camping, you get loads of stuff in there. And also when I'm using it on top of the camper van, I tend to put gear in there. Buoyancy aids or fishing rods or various bits and pieces. Just makes it easy to move things around. And particularly if you've been out and you've got stuff wet and you don't want to get it in your camper van, you can put it in there till you get home. The seat setup's very good. Of covered in weed at the moment after the paddle I've just done. These tension straps on the side, you can really wedge yourself in. Good back support. Adjustable footrests, you can literally just push this clip in and they slide up and down. And I do vary these. I tend to get aching legs after I've been paddling this for more than an hour, so you can stretch your legs right out, or you can bring your knees up and still be able to paddle with it. It's got holes in the bottom here, either side there to let the water out. This trough down the middle here, I put these bungees on here, but this is great for putting fishing gear on, your water bottle, GoPro cameras, lots of clips and bits and pieces on there. It's really good when I go fishing because I can put all my fishing gear in there. Makes life a lot easier. I fit 2 GoPro mounts on this side at the front. I can have these backwards, forwards and either side. Toggle on the front, with it being a fully encased rotor moulded kayak, there's a drain plug there if you do get any water into the actual inner side. Then moving down to the back, there's this large area at the back which is covered in this bungee. Just take that bag out, and that's a fantastic vents in the, it's got water drain holes in the back, which you can fit wheels through if you want to tow it, and behind you on the beach or something to launch it. These bungee straps on the top, as you see, I've just taken that big dry bag out the back, and that's really good for storage. It's also good when you catch some fish. You can catch your fish, gut them, put them in the back, and they'll stay in there. The seat strap and the seat mechanism's very good. It unclips here at the back, and this actually falls down, and this clip comes forward and fastens onto this bracket here. Trying to roll the camera and do it with one hand. Here we go. So for storage on top of the car, camper van, everything's flat, and you just tie these straps up to stop them flapping about. Water drain holes at the back. I've only got one rod holder here. It's just behind me, it's really easy to put your rod in. This here is a paddle holder. So when you're paddling along, if you stop for fishing or you want to do some filming, you can just take your paddle, unclip this, take your paddle, put it on, and it holds your paddle in place while you stood still. Have a toggle on the back, another GoPro mount on the back. Another thing I always tend to do is on the toggles at the back, the canoe straps we use to fasten it onto the roof rack, I fasten onto there as well. At least one on the back, sometimes one on the front as well. It's just really easy for towing in, or if you get knocked off your kayak, you can grab hold of that and pull yourself back to it, particularly if you're in some sort of moving water. Whew. Well, everything's away, back in the car. Wet, windy, a bit cold, but a good day. Really enjoyed that. It's lovely to be out. After all that hot weather we've had, it's makes a refreshing change really. And there's nobody else about today. It's bizarre, isn't it, really? We get lots of bad weather in this country, but as soon as you get a little bit of rain and wind, people just disappear. I haven't seen anybody on the footpaths by the canal all the way down to the pub and back. Nothing at all. But highly recommend, if you live around East Yorkshire or you're visiting East Yorkshire, Driffield Canal, there's easy access. You have a few locks you have to walk about. It's very good in a canoe if you have a canoe, but today it's obviously too windy for a canoe. So, but kayak or a sea kayak or a sit on top, it's really good. I've even seen people go down here on paddle boards. There's quite a bit of weed at the moment, it's probably due to the weather. There's also a wild camping area down here as well, by the side of the canal or just next to the old barn. there's the old warehouse. There was a couple of big motorhomes, looked like they spent the night there. So if you need a stop off on the way past Driffield or East Yorkshire, pop into the market town. There's a good chip shop there, Swilly's, which Joe knows all about, of course. But I highly recommend a visit to Driffield. Now, it wouldn't really be a day out without a chip test, would it? So let's look at Papa's Fish and Chips takeaway in Willoughby, and we'll test those chips to see how they rate on the CAT score 1 to 10. 1 being terrible, 10 being outstanding. They don't look bad. Patty chips and peas. Oh yeah. Yeah, I think they're probably a 8. It's hard to say because Louis, the official Whippet chip tester's not here, and Joe, but I'll give them an 8. Well, I took a stove with me, food with me, but due to the bad weather, you ended up having chips, patty chips and peas. So that's 3 of my 5 a day then, isn't it? Louis, I did a chip test without you, but I brought some for you to finally score it. Hey Louis, these are from Papa's in Willoughby. What do you think? They're passed, don't they?